Let's take a look at registering a student for an NCVPS course. And registering a student is a two-step process. In the first step, you have to enter the student into the system, and that's where you put in the student's demographic and biographical data. After that, you will then go and put the student into a course. We begin by clicking on the Students button, and that will take us to this page, and you will see a list of all of your students who are already in the system, and you can edit their information, or you can add a new student. And let's take a look at editing a student's information first. You do this by clicking on the student's name, and you will notice that you can find the student's user ID and password for Blackboard here. And remember, we do not send that to students. You need to give that to the students. But to edit their information, I scroll to the bottom of the page and I click on Edit. And now I can edit any of the information here. Do not change the student's user ID or password. That will not affect what it is in the system. It will only confuse the student and delay their entry into the course. But any other field you can edit. If you need to change their phone number or email address, you can do that, and our instructors have direct access to the registration system, so they would get those updates as well. After you have changed any fields that you need to, you can also change anything down here in the demographic area. If the student now has an IEP, you can edit that. But when you are finished, click on the Update button, and you will get the message that the student has been updated. The information has been updated. I click on Students to see the list again. And let's say that Aaron Smith has left your school as a graduate and you would like to clear out his record. You would click on his name and scroll to the bottom of the page, and you can click on Delete. Now this will remove the student from the system and you will not have access to their data anymore. So be careful to not do this for anyone registered in a course. And you have that information right above the Delete button. If it showed that the student was registered for a course, you wouldn't want to delete that student. But if I click on Delete, I get this warning message and I click OK, and you will notice that Aaron is now gone from my list of students. Take a look at Karen Jackson again. You will see right here that she is registered for a course for the fall, so I would not want to delete that student. So again, be very careful with who you delete. To create a new student, I click on Student again, then I click on New Student and I enter the student's name. And I will complete the rest of the fields. You need to complete them all, but most essential is the email address, and telephone number. And this is essential for the teacher. This is the primary way that teachers get the contact information for students. So be sure that the telephone number and email address are both accurate. You do not need to enter the NCWise data. But once you have done that, I come down to Create. It shows, I get the message that it's been created, and if I click on Students again, I now see that Philip has been added to my roster.